because I think the Bible itself, looked at properly and intently and intensely, reveals a divine hand that is almost undeniable. That you can't just look at the Bible and what happens in the Bible and say this is completely a man-made work. And what I want to talk about today is what that argument is. Jesus, according to Luke, is walking on the road to Emmaus with two disciples who don't know he's risen from the dead. They don't know it's Jesus. This is obviously just after the resurrection. And Jesus, as he's walking along, according to Luke, this is Luke 24:27, it says this, and beginning with Moses and all the prophets, Jesus explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. Well, at the time, the scriptures were the Old Testament. The New Testament hadn't been written yet. So Jesus is claiming the entire Old Testament is about himself. It's about himself. Really? That's a 2.5-hour walk to go from Emmaus to Jerusalem. And Jesus took 2.5 hours, allegedly, to explain to these two disciples that the Old Testament was all about him. Question. If I gave you 2.5 hours, would you need that much time to explain how Jesus is the center of the Old Testament? Prior to me studying this, I'd have said, I got 5 minutes. Okay, Jonah. Yeah, Jonah. Jesus says, just as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth, I will be 3 days and 3 nights in the, or 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of fish. I'll be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Okay, that's a reference, it appears to be, to Jesus. Jonah is kind of a type of Christ, meaning there are aspects of Jonah's life that apply to Jesus's life. And this is called typology, that certain characteristics of characters in the Old Testament foreshadow characteristics that come true in Jesus's life. And it appears that this is the way Jesus and the apostles interpreted the Old Testament. Well, if that's the way they interpreted it, maybe we ought to interpret it that way as well.